Hello YouTube, this is Tycooners Steve back for another episode of our Let's Play in the Zoo, and I must start by saying I am very disappointed in all of you. Why did nobody warn me that we were leaving this ugly, way too tiny corner in the back with no real good way to fill it? I have no clue what I'm going to do there. Well, I actually have a little bit of an idea, but I'm not positive, so... main thing we're going to be doing today is figuring out what to put in here. So obviously I don't have enough room to like start a new themed area, so it's just going to be kind of a lone animal. But I've got a good idea that I think you'll find kind of interesting. But first, before we even do that, I do kind of want to finish up this little area here, which is the edge of our forest land. And the first thing I'm going to do with that is make another exit, so you don't have to go through the loop. Um, I'm doing this because both it was suggested in the comments, but if you look through it, I was thinking I would have like enough room to put like a little animal display in here, but I really don't. So if you walk down this main pathway, you're literally just going to be staring at a wall the whole time. So that's not very interesting. So I'm actually going to get rid of this pathway and make it so you have to go through forest land. So that's our first exhibit, and since we're expanding outwards, I'm going to start by making it so you got a little more room if you want to look at our owls here. It's not quite lined up. I wanted it to extend off that path there. Okay. And so, because you have to go through the forest area once we're done with the renovations, we'll need to make this an exit here. So, let's go out like that. You know, it's probably going to be smoother if I take it from the bottom up than from the top down. Let's just grab our path and make sure that comes out even so everyone can walk across it. And I think it will. Yeah, there it goes. It smooths right out. Perfect. Okay, and we'll actually take that off like that. And so basically all of this needs to go bye-bye to follow our new thinking, and then we'll just go ahead and outline the new area with a fence here. So it's probably not the most effective use of all of our land here, since we're going to have kind of a wide area open, but that's okay. It doesn't have to go all the zoo right up against the actual fencing there, so... Oh, a little bit of a lag. No. There we go, it's good. I was going to say, I put in this nice new recording software. I hope it doesn't make it mess us up. But nope, it recovered very quickly. Got that weird turn-in area. Oh, it's because the land's all wonky there. Alright, I'll probably fix that off camera. But let's go ahead and get this entrance looking correct. It's going to be kind of a little different from the south side entrance, because the south side entrance goes straight to a path, and this one goes up on a elevated area, but that's okay. We can still match it up. Let me see if I can't find that archway. Here are the archways, and there's the one. That worked very well. Oh, it's because that's where the lowered pathway is, so it's actually not going to let me get right on top of it. Okay. That's alright, we'll fudge it around and stick in some trees to make it look nice. That's something we can totally do. And we'll go ahead now and grab the railings for that pathway. And then I'll go walk the area in guest mode to make sure it's coming out right. Which I'm sure it will, because nothing has ever gone wrong for us, so. Well, fine. If you don't want the crook pine there, we won't put one there. Jeez. No, I can't get anything in there. Okay, jeez. You are stubborn. And I'm going to go ahead and move these lampposts now to accommodate our new look. Put them like right at the edges here. And I had another one in that area somewhere. Yep, there's one there. I kind of like that one there, so let's leave that and just make a clone. Okay. So now the shortest route around. Oh, I guess I need to fix up this area too, here. And since you can get walking right up to that, let's make sure we have the ground ferns as well. And this is a good excuse to decorate this other area here. But I think I'm going to do this with the more standard foliage. I don't see our royal ferns. There's some. And this way we can kind of blend in the transition from the more general area of the park to our forest zone. And we're actually... There's a bit of room here, too. Okay, I'm going to leave this blank. I'm going to have a think about that for a moment. Maybe I'll end up putting in that restaurant there. And just let me know if the volume is too loud. It always sounds very loud to me, but I'm wearing headphones. Nobody complained about it last time, so I'm assuming it's okay. But if the sound effects are drowning me out, and you just can't wait to hear more of my melodious voice, I can accommodate that, so don't hesitate to say something. Alright, let's switch to guest mode real quick and take a stroll along that path. So if you'll permit me to jump all the way back to farmland here. So many cows. And cross over. Our duck pond is doing fine. And so this area should look like we're kind of walking into a forest. And it does a pretty good job of imitating that, actually, because the foliage is really overwhelming. And so, let's say we're not interested in forest animals, though. The shortest path for us is going to be to go up this pathway here. Down the side. Past the owls. And oops, I need to put the log fence there. And then we can just head down here. Alright. Very cool. That works fine. Oh. So, now the question is, what am I going to do here? And like I said, I do have a thought for it. I haven't done any marine animals yet in this Let's Play, so what I think I want to do here is actually put in a touch pool, which is kind of a cool thing you can do, and I didn't see anywhere else online where anyone else explained it. At least not on YouTube. There are other places, I'm sure, because I didn't make it up. Somebody taught me how to do it. But I'm going to show you how to do it right here. So, we're not going to do a whole marine area, I don't think, unless, of course, you request it in the comments. But we are going to put in a touch pool for some, I guess it's going to be for some manta rays, or maybe not. Manta rays are kind of big, and this is a limited area. We'll put in a little zig here just to make the path more interesting. More or less like this. No, not quite like that, I don't think. I'm a little hesitant to do that, because I kind of want to... Whatever we put in our next area, I want this sort of area to the left side of our screen to be the entrance. So we'll zig in somewhat, so that I can put stuff on the other side and kind of decorate it up. And let me thicken out this path a bit, too. Okay. And this is just the perfectionist in me trying to get a curved path. Still didn't get quite a curved path, oh well. I'm not going to kill myself over it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put in a touch pool, which is something I really like. And like I said, I don't have many marine animals in this one, just because I'm not a huge marine guy when it comes to building my zoos. I don't tend to use marine content too much, but I do think these things look pretty cool. So I want to go ahead and get it done. And of course, I want it right up against the path here. No, I can't use that kind of fence because the fence doesn't bend. Or tank walls, I guess I should use the correct term. These are tank walls. I want them to bend and wrap around here. And if you remember way back in episode, I think it was episode 3, I did a Nile crocodile display. And this is going to be somewhat similar as to how you get it done. Because you remember there, we started by raising up the terrain a little bit, which we're going to do here. And you want the terrain to be about, shoulder high, I want to say. Let's make sure that's good. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab the black border fence, because I am going to be hiding the back entrance to this with those rocks. So you can't really see the forest area from the touch pool. And it's in here somewhere. Aha, right there. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what I was going to do here, because I really did not... I guess I was just being stupid. I didn't think... Or I didn't put any planning, let's say it that way. I didn't put any planning into what I was going to do with this area for some reason. I just kind of figured, there'd be plenty of room, and then when I went to actually look at it, not so much. Not so much. Okay. And, that's right, I did look through earlier. I'm going to use the spotted eagle ray, because the actual manta rays are a little too large. I think I might have said that already, Well, if I said it earlier, I'm just reiterating it, so that's what's going on. Um, because they are both reef animals. But you can see, like, here's this spotted eagle ray. It's like one triangle big. And if I take the actual manta ray, it's a whole square big. So we're going to go with these guys so I can put in a nice population of them. But let's go ahead and grab here our deep water. And you just want to fill in the areas that are around the actual tank wall. You don't need to fill in the back half. And once you've established that, we can smooth her out here. Oh, no, smooth, flatten. And we want the terrain like the same level depth, both inside the tank and outside the tank. And then because this is a touch pool, we're going to get the tank down as low as we can as well. Oh, that's not flattening because I put a little fence there. Yeah, the mechanics of the game are such where if you have an actual fence wall, you can't smooth the terrain through it, but tank walls you can. So that's something to keep in mind if you're trying to design your zoo or something's not fitting right. See, I still need to get rid of that little piece of fence because it's throwing it off. Or maybe it just wants to be difficult. Okay, let's switch that from water to sand. Now will it flatten? Yeah, there it goes. Okay, why isn't this one piece flattening? It's taunting me. And I didn't mean to click that at all. What is your major malfunction? Maybe I need to switch it to water. Okay, so there's just going to be one little uneven piece of path. I'm going to let it go. That's more of a... Since it's being so stubborn, I'm going to just leave it as an off-camera fix. Oh, but now I need to put some more of that fence back in. There, we'll disguise it by using the rocks, too. I don't want to use the same rock over and over. It makes it look boring. I'll even stick a couple back here just to make it so the cliff face isn't so the same everywhere. Alright, and now let's lower our tank walls down as low as I can get them. Something like that. And we might end up having to deepen the water a little bit, just because the rays might actually require deeper water. Some animals, I'm not sure how the spotted rays are coated, some animals require a certain depth of water. So that's what we'll find out together here. So in theory, it should look like I can walk up there and reach my hand over. It's looking pretty good for that. Yeah, I could reach over. Okay. So let's get you all set up. Putting some reefs in. Boy, it's so shallow. In that area, the bubbler's sticking out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, do something big like that. That'll be fine. And we'll grab a couple trees that aren't native to it here. Some palms or something like that in the background. These are good palms? No, those are those stupid date palm trees. Looking for the queen palms. I forget where they come from. Might be, might. I'll just throw those in and take a look at them. Where was I? Queen palms. They might be a Zeta design thing. In fact, I think I see them right there. Yeah, there they are. Alright, so let's plop some of our spotted eagle rays in there and see how they react to the very, very shallow water. And we might just have to lower it a little bit if they're not comfortable. And I want quite a few because I do want them to, like, circulate. If you ever see a touch pool, like at the ones I'm familiar with are at SeaWorld in Orlando, and those have quite a few species in them just so that they're always close by for someone to touch and feed. Alright, let's unpause it and see if we get a bunch of complaints or not. Big splash as always. Actually, it looks like it's going pretty good. They are splashing the surface a lot, but that's to be expected. Oh, and I do have to do a little bit of tweaking here. Yeah, you can see the rays right there. Yeah, I'm going to lower the water just a bit then. And I might change it from reef to something that's a little clearer, just because all I could see was blue when I got there. And that's just an ambient thing. Let's see if there's a little bit of clearer water. Try maybe, instead of reef, let's do coastal. Yeah, that's much clearer. Okay. And just a little smaller. And so that gunked up our whole pathway. Alright, so switch around. So let's pretend we're leaving our forest area and we come around the corner here. Yeah, that's looking much better. I'm experiencing a little lag there. But that's the basic idea for a touch pool. Like I said, I wanted to do one because I've been really ignoring the marine animals, and that's unfair. And I've said before, I do want this to be kind of a tutorial area. So let's go ahead then and get this kind of cleaned up and looking all nice. And that's going to make me very happy. And then we can focus our attention to the future, to whatever we're going to do next. Well, I don't think there's like a ray fountain, is there? Sturgeon fountain, jungle, lion, ice, forest. Oh, I probably could have used the forest fountain. What is it? I can't tell what animal it is. Looks like an otter? Yeah, it's like an otter. Okay, I didn't put any otters in, so I don't feel bad about that. Um, Marine fountain. Those are seals. I don't have any seals either. I could put it in the splash fountain. Maybe, if that doesn't take up too much area. I want the guests to be able to walk through. Okay, we're just going to leave that a little empty, but I will decorate the display with a lighthouse. Now, technically, this is a gazebo for the guests to use, but I frequently throw them into coastal displays because I think they look really good there. And it's the same thing that I did with, like, the farmhouse way back. Well, I guess not that far back when we were doing the farm animals. As you can probably figure out by the term farmhouse. Okay, how do I want to decorate this area? I think I'm still going to use the forest for this area of the pathway. Wow, that is a lot of wasted space. I really should have planned ahead better, but oh well. It's not going to kill us or anything, so we'll go ahead and start planting down our ferns here. And I think this curve is going to kind of be the edge of where I'm going to do the forest plants, and then I'll switch back to the mainland plants. The plants that I'm using in the more generalized areas of the park. Do. Alright, Mr. Crookpine, these are probably your last episodes, Mr. Crookpine, so enjoy your moment in the sun here. And the same thing goes for you. Right here, Mr. Redpine. And since we are making this kind of an artificial border, I'm going to put some of the lamps down right here. That's a little too close. It would probably catch that tree on fire. Let's not do that. Put it right there, and a similar one right there. Okay. Let's not completely waste this space. Let's use it to our advantage here by increasing the feel of the forest inside our forest area. And hopefully that makes a pretty good illusion. I think it will. No, I want to tweak that pathway a little bit there. No, actually I don't, now that I think about it. What I want to do, though, is why I've got the scenery pack open. Let me grab some signs here for our touch pool. Definitely want to put in a wash your hands sign, and I'll have to put in a little kiosk where they can actually wash their hands. Oh, I don't know if I have the medical pack installed right now, which looks really good for that. I probably don't, so we will just go ahead and put in a bathroom where people can wash their hands in. But we'll put a couple of these signs up here. Hmm. Yeah, see, I don't even have the island excursion pack in here, which would make for better toilets. See, I was totally unprepared. Yeah, so I'll just go with this more generalized one. In fact, if we're going to go with the generalized island, let's just go with the basic. Alright. Something like that. I guess I could make a little hand washing thing. Um, no, I'll wait until, I'll tell you what, I will get the medical pack, install it, and that way I can show you a proper way to do that. And, okay, we are hitting the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to put a zookeeper in. I guess I should put a gate so he can eventually get out if he needs to. So demanding, those zookeepers. What is wrong with them? And I guess I'll move the tree log out of his way so he can get in and out like that. Very cool. And let's go ahead and grab some of our more basic foliage to fill in that area. Yeah, there's totally room for a little small display here, so you guys let me know. I can put a restaurant in there just to kind of fill it in, but if you have an idea for something very small, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. I'll definitely fill that in. Also, if you're thinking of things like that, right now I think I've got one vote to make the next section of our zoo a savanna area, which would go out here. I guess it would come from like this spoke and around the corner there. So it's got that much area we need to fill. So if you got any ideas right now, Savannah, like I said, it was the only vote, so it's leading by one. If you want a Savannah area, I'll totally do that. If you think that's a terrible idea, you need to outvote it by at least 2 in the comments. Okay. And let's go ahead and drop our royal ferns in here. Ooh, it's going to be totally on the path there. This is so close, I might not even have room for our Russian thistles. You're hanging way over there, sir. I know what I probably could do to make this more coastal is put in a couple coastal music rocks. Which are totally, yep, right here. Good. Alright. So let's take another look here. Oh, see, I almost forgot to fix that pathway up there that lost its logs when we reset the ground. Oh, there we go. Alright, so this does create an awkward situation where if you want to go the long way around a forest land, you kind of miss the owls if you head straight out of it. But oh well, it's one of those things. Plenty of real zoos have that issue too, so I'm not over worried about it. Alright, guest mode. So we've just seen our bobcats. And we're going to go down the path here, and we can't go left because it's so thickly forested, but we can kind of follow the trail through the woods to the right. And then when we leave the woods here, you see this nice touch pool with rays in it right there. And in fact, I hear the coastal music kicking in. Woo! And there's the lighthouse. Looking very cool. So yeah, that's how you do a touch pool in Zoo Tycoon 2. Now unfortunately the guest won't interact with it, but it's still, they'll walk by it and stand real close and you'll get claps and happy faces, so it's very close. But that's how we deal with the corner. So next time we're looking to turn this into the entrance to whatever lies ahead. So please leave a suggestion in the comments, or if you have an idea of what to do with that little area, which is way back here. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. There's a little area right there. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the box below. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up or a favorite or subscribe to the channel. And let's go ahead and do my usual take a peek here at everything going on. You know, we've really filled it up looking at the map. But, yep, we're ready for this area here. So right now, Savannah is in the lead with 1 vote. If you want Savannah, go ahead and vote for it again. If you don't want Savannah, you need to get voting on it, because right now, that's where we're headed. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and you have a great day.